to another reading from Hot Flash Divas. I'm author Shirley Garrett, and today I'm reading Chapter 60, Explanations. Mike pulled into the parking space at the hotel, leaned over, and kissed me again. "You have a strange idea, sexy," I said after the kiss ended. He chuckled as he released his seatbelt. "It must be the fish lips. They are driving me to kiss you." He opened my door, helped me out of the car, and kissed me again. With a teasing tone, I asked, "Does this mean that when the swelling goes down, it's over between us?" He laughed. We walked inside, hand in hand. I heard Letitia's voice boom across the lobby. "Sweet baby Jesus, there she is now." The divas rushed forward to surround me, while Aaron, Dawn, and Chris hung back and eyed Mike. "Thank goodness you're alive. We've been calling your room and cell phone." Gina wrapped me in her arms. After a quick squeeze, she held me at arm's length. "Meal deal, what's wrong with your lips?" Mike started chuckling. 3 pairs of narrow diva eyes swiveled in his direction. The sight wiped the smile right off his face. Letitia stepped forward with her fist on her hips and her giant bosom heaving. "Who the hell are you? And what did you do to our Phoenix?" Mike looked down at Letitia, raised his hands in a gesture of surrender, and took a step back. "Honest, I didn't do anything to her." Before he could say another word, Kat squeezed past Letitia and shooed Gina aside. She took my face in her hands and examined it. "Have you seen a doctor?" I nodded and gestured toward Mike. As best I could, with swollen lips, I said, "This is Mike Jansen, my date for the evening. During dinner, I had an allergic reaction to shrimp. Mike and 2 paramedics saved my life. Mike followed me to the hospital, took me to the pharmacy, and brought me back. He's my hero." I grabbed his arm with both hands and squeezed. Gina said, "We had shrimp the other night and you didn't react this way." "We can develop an allergic reaction to anything at any time," said Kat. "Let's sit down. My feet hurt and I want to hear the whole story." Letitia grimaced as she looked at her 3-inch heeled sandals that matched her coral blouse. "If you wore sensible shoes, your feet wouldn't hurt." Kat's tone echoed pure reason. Letitia snorted. "If shoes were supposed to be sensible, why would they come in so many styles and colors?" She flipped her braids over her shoulder and took mincing steps toward the seating area. Kat took me by the arm and guided me toward the furniture in the lobby. She turned to Dawn. "Would you get her some water, please?" "Sure." Dawn changed directions and trekked toward the hotel's complimentary water dispenser. Kat led me to the turquoise sofa and helped me to sit. I grabbed Mike's hand and pulled him down to sit to my left. Kat was on my right, her fingers cool on my wrist as she checked my pulse. The rest of the group arranged themselves facing me. Don returned with his eyes focused on the plastic tumbler of water he was carrying. He didn't see Aaron's foot and tripped. Icy water splashed my face and trickled between my breasts. "Oh!" I jumped, pulled the front of my dress out, and looked down. I heard a combined intake of breaths. After I wiped my eyes with both hands and blinked, I saw the divas and their dates staring at me with shocked expressions. "Phoenix, I'm so sorry." Dawn's face turned crimson. I looked over at Mike, who was wiping water off his blue shirt. He looked back at me. I could feel droplets dripping from my hair onto my bare shoulders and the swells of my breast. We both broke into gut-wrenching laughter. The desk clerk showed up with fluffy white towels. Mike, Kat, and I toweled off while Mike and I did our best to suppress our giggles. "Now that everyone's dry," Letitia shot Dawn a glare, "let's Let's hear the story. Mike told the story in an incredible detail. His audience now included the desk clerk. Everyone oohed and awed in all the right places. When he came to the part about the ER doc sliding flat on his back under my hospital bed, most of our listeners scrunched their noses, but not Kat. I thought she would fall off the sofa, she laughed so hard. You made it back to the hotel safe despite everything, and then Don splashes you with water, said Aaron, his massive shoulders heaving up and down with this roaring laughter. Don, who was still standing, glared down at Aaron. Well, if you hadn't left your big size 13 shoes in the way, I wouldn't have tripped. 14, said Aaron. Don crossed his arms and frowned. What? 14. Man, you didn't have a chance in hell of missing these clodhoppers of mine. Don's shoulders relaxed and a slow grin spread across his face. I rocked forward to stand. Mike shot to his feet and helped to steady me. It's been an eventful night, I said. I'm going to bed. I'll see you ladies tomorrow. As all the divas hugged me, Letitia squeezed me so hard I was sure my lips inflated another 2 inches. I took Mike's hand. Walk me to my room. He winked. I thought you'd never ask. Between the winking, the dimples, and the kisses, I would have to watch my heart around this guy if I ever saw him again. In the elevator, I asked, when do you go home? Early tomorrow morning. Have a meeting the next day about the outcome of this trip. Otherwise, I'd take a few days vacation and stay until you left. After Mike and I exited the elevator, we walked to my room. I would have protruded my lower lip in a pout about Mike's leaving, but how could he tell with my lips so swollen? I looked at my feet. I'm sorry I ruined our date. Hooking his index finger under my chin, he lifted my face and kissed me again. None of it was your fault, but it made for a hell of an evening, my darling fish lips. He wrapped me in his arms and kissed me until my head spun while the lyrics of Dixie chimed in my brain. Thank you for listening. Hope you had a great time and it was enjoyable. Please like, subscribe, leave comments, share with others. Have a great day and be safe during this pandemic.